everybody, welcome back. I'm genuinely, like, for real not salty we lost that last run. It was just a fun one. I am a little salty. I lost about 8 runs in a row on the first floor last night on Switch. Ascension 18 or 19, I can't remember. But it's just a reminder, you know, let's, hey, that's pretty good. It's just a reminder, you know, it's not an easy game. Don't take it for granted. Ginger is a really good get. I think we'll try to go here, and then 2 elites would be not too bad. But you do have to realize this is okay. This is okay. You do have to realize this is where things get real. You know, this is where things get tough. You might not be able to fight every elite that you see. I'm upset, but it's got to be done. 26 damage to kill you, very realistic. Not on this turn specifically, but this guy took the turn off basically because we can't be weakened regardless. Fairy in a bottle actually makes me much more eager to kind of get my hands dirty on this floor. I'm not necessarily suggesting it's the greatest potion in the game. I mean, on a strictly... One strike... I think we'll be okay. On a strictly, you know, mathematical basis, it tends to be possibly the most useless potion, but its use is complicated. It's not useless, it's mere... Oh, give me the lesson learned. It's not useless, its use is simply in being not used. It's serving as like a hedge for us is the most important, I think. God, I would... Let me sell foreign influence. I'd give it up if I had to. We'll take an empty body. We'll pivot stances a little bit faster. I think, you know what? Toss me a little fire potion. This is a terrible start. I mean, not in terms of, like, the overall gameplay. It's actually going, like, pretty okay right now. But, I mean, we are fighting the easiest enemies you'll ever see. It's alright. You just gotta get yourself, like, mathematically in the right mindset. I tend to love the stance changing, so I'm not gonna say no there. Why don't you just give me, like, a little super heal? And then, Eruption's important, but I actually think Foreign Influence is perhaps, like... Let's stop shy of saying it's the greatest upgrade in the game, but I do think it's insanely valuable. Put me in Vigilance, and let's actually get some draw for the future as well. I'm okay with it. It's a terrible start. We haven't drawn any of our good attacks. And I was just going to say, now we draw them all. Let's indeed get a Cross Joints out there. We pretty much got to hit the crap out of you, so let's do so. This takes you there. And yeah, this is totally fine. Give me a potion to re-up the potion we just lost. No, you give me Orichalcum instead. Still pretty good. I'll take a Simmering Fury. Let's follow that up with an Eruption upgrade. Feeling okay, for sure. Let's get more upgrades. Like, is the deck decent right now? Oh yeah, very much so. I don't know what we would upgrade. Maybe Evaluate comes next. I still think we need, like, I mean, I basically am guilty of in Slay the Spire building absolutely every single deck. As if, like, it's just always one battle hymn away from greatness. It's true. Even when we don't have it, I build my whole deck around it for whatever reason. Let's get some more Calm. This is not who we wanted to see, but that's okay. This is essentially, like, the whole reason that you would have the Foreign Influence in the deck, is as a way to get around this. I think we'll probably... Oh, we don't take 10. You know why? Because Well, no, we're going to take 10 because I didn't attack the right unit, but that's okay. That's why you should probably consider doing the math on it. Hypothetically, at least. Probably just IMO. Also, you should do the attack while you're still in the Wrath stance. And, okay. You know what? That's a lesson learned. Pun intended, perhaps. AoE? No AoE. Melter is fine. We should be able to kill you pretty easily. Let's go 1, 2, and Simmering Fury is quite nice. As kind of one of the very few ways to... 1820, thank God. As one of the very few ways to re-up Wrath, short of somehow getting like a second eruption, which, you know, doesn't seem to happen very often unless you get like a duplicate event, or I don't know, maybe I just have never prioritized buying one. That's also conceivable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can draw a strike next turn. But that's about it. So I actually think we don't play Simmering Fury, just because it won't get us a kill. We gotta start to pay attention to, like, oh, we didn't even get the strike, so I feel pretty smart about it, honestly. We gotta start to pay attention to Orichalcum, too. There's probably been some situations where I played, like, 1 defend when it actually costed us 1 energy and 1 block, versus if we'd played nothing instead. Or more attacks. Okay, we can't become frail. That's unbelievably great. I do think a judgment is quite nice. Honestly, I'm kind of risk averse in this situation. Now, do we have enough block to get through this boss? I think the answer is yes. And we do have Fairy in a Jar, so we should probably take the opportunity to just continue to upgrade. This is just a horrible first turn. I don't know if you could ask for, like, much of a worse first turn than that. 36 damage, huh? Puzzle it out. Calm, Eruption is definitely how... You know what? And I think we're going to start with one of these, because we're very likely to get a potion afterwards. You always want to exit stance when you're going into this next phase, I think, and then you just put up a lot of blocks while you wait. I mean, none of these are particularly strong. I'll take a Dagger Spray. I'm not totally convinced we even want to play it. Yeah, I hate to say it. I wish we could play Simmering Fury here. I think we gotta pick our battles a little bit more accordingly, unfortunately. This time, hold on. I don't mind taking 1, entering Simmering Fury for our next fight. This, I mean, it's a little spooky, but that's okay. So we love a Dagger Spray here. Love a Strike. We gotta do 17 damage. Doesn't seem like much of a problem. Or does it? Because if we play this, you're not going to be calm anymore. I think we do it like this, okay? I think you play this. With that in mind, we did some good damage, and then we'll just have the Tranquility to bail us out if things get dangerous here. This looks fine right now, honestly. We know we're going to want a Vigilance. Or just... Well, no, because we do want to exit the stance. Okay. Well, then, let's just play the obvious. If we can get out of that only taking 1 damage every time, I'm very pleased. We need an Eruption here to really get to the next level. That's not gonna happen. Now we need an Eruption. We get 1 turn to kind of do some interesting stuff. 12 damage will roll you. Okay. I mean, we're using Tranquility an awful lot like you use Fairy in a Jar right now. It's just as an opportunity for us. Well, we might as well be in the calm state. To feel more comfortable getting aggressive, because... I kind of hate it, don't get me wrong. Because we know that we're not going to die as long as we have it just like, you know, sitting in our pocket there. So this is a little tight, but we still have Fairy in a Jar. That's what it's there for. We're looking for an Eruption, obviously. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Would have been nice to be able to pop that Judgment. We weren't far off. We're going to have to hit you for 25. We have 24. Good one. And you're doing 36. Well, we're going to use Fairy in a Jar. Yeah, I mean, I can't put up 16 block. I didn't even mean to play that. I just meant to demonstrate that it exists. My mistake. By the way, my math was totally wrong. What's wrong with me? I guess I was not looking at the fact that we were in Wrath. Wasn't I? I thought, you know what? Whatever. Owns. That's the important thing. The important thing is that you suck, and I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to keep my potion. So, you know, get owned. We need some cards that bring Retain to the table. If we're going to roll this deck, we're going to need some Retain. So Omniscience is always interesting. But I'm not fully sold on it in this deck right now. I think Omniscience is right. I'm just not sure it's right for us. Now, Scrawl is kind of... I like that, you know, in theory, by playing this, we could get a few more stance changes, which could be like infinite energy. But I also do like Conjure Blade for being an attack that's actually good. So it's tough. Let's go... I think Scrawl is going to be more useful right now. But I don't say that with a whole lot of confidence. Let's start here. Not my least favorite enemy to fight. So you like to see this. 12 damage coming in. I would say... we're definitely going to do this. But then it only does 9 damage. That's a little weak. You know what we can do instead? I don't want to put too much detritus in here. I'm going to put a lot of detritus in here. We enter Wrath this turn. This is pure garbage. just speaking frankly. Okay, now that we played those, let's draw all of them. All of the dazes, I mean. So obviously, like, you know, we need the exit stance here. Oh my god, this next turn is going to be horrendous. Exit stance 31. You gotta play them all. Like I said, don't mind fighting this enemy. Just if you could take a turn off and like not be a butthole this turn, that would be ideal for me. Yeah, we knew that was coming, and honestly, it was deserved. We might not draw anything. I don't want to speak about this fight ever again. We need to pay... oh my god. We need to pay much closer attention. Notice I'm not, you know, pinning this on the fight. It's not the fight's fault that I'm an idiot here. We need to pay much closer attention to the enemies that we're going up against for this exact situation, for example. We made it out, which feels nice. And I do think that maybe like a Meditate is good here. Keep in mind, don't panic, you know. You got Fairy in a Jar, just chilling. I would like Artifact. I mean, I would like to buy a lot of stuff here. There is something about a bandage that appeals to me. And we do have a Retain card. I think that might be the sauce that we need. Let's just take 50 gold. And I know it seems like cowardice. Winged Boots, huh? Well, we're probably not going to want to buy something right now. So is Winged Boots, like, appropriate? I think no. I think we can do better. Like, I think it probably makes more sense for us to use winged boots for survival, for example. Obtain a relic, 100% become cursed. Let's not and say we did. Different people, I'm assuming, have different philosophies, by the way, on whether or not you should be taking risks or avoiding risks in these situations. For example, Hafu, who beat the original Slay the Spire 3 characters on Ascension 20 in like 7 minutes total. That's an exaggeration, but not by much. And is also like a noted Hearthstone expert. She thinks you should take all the risks possible to try to maximize A20. That's a pretty strong data point. On the other hand, me, who has played them a little and wants to be better, thinks that, you know, take it or leave it. I think there are some situations IMO where it makes sense to be less aggressive, but again, that's just me. I'm not trying to say it's the absolute correct way to get it done. Merely that's my way to do it, whether it works or not. You're lucky. You know what? I bet we could have like meditated, or not meditated, but tranquility popped out of the stance and then got you anyway. Yeah, we gotta start doing the math better. Because we're losing gold here. We're getting some back, but we also lost some. Ancient Potion is nice. None of these are too critical. Happy Flower. I mean, I definitely do want to fight some elites, don't get me wrong. Let's see what the question marks bring us here. We could always bail out if things get too dangerous. And hey, at least you're not filling my deck with pure garbage. Foreign influence, this is a super big possibility. I don't love that it's Sweeping Beam, but it is AoE. I mean, I say I don't love it. It's... Oh, you had slightly less HP. It's not bad. I wouldn't expect you to understand the difficulty of this situation. It actually went really well. We're going to take 2, but that's what Bandage is there for. It's not really like... I wouldn't rely on... This is fine. I wouldn't really rely on, like, the Bandage to get you to full HP, but to make up the difference in what we have going on here, like, you know, if we take a little bit of extra damage, oh, just be killed. Then if this slows our roll, let's put it that way. You're gonna laugh at me. I think we do take 2 of them. I think we do. No combat, please. Let's add a card, and that's how you know I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. We found our battle hymn. I didn't even look at the other options, which is pretty funny. Let's pay them 50 gold to not have to fight. They can laugh at me if they want. I want to fight these elites instead for what I hope is a more critical relic. Get judged, by the way. I think I am willing to go heavy on the scrawl here as well. Let's do a 2-parter. Hold on. It looks like this. It looks like this. Oh, that put us into calm. I'm smarter than I thought I was. We could also meditate something back into our hand. I think I like a Simmering Fury, obviously. And then let's meditate a Fear No Evil back into our hand, so if we get attackers, we can pivot stances. I didn't think we would get attackers, but I thought it made sense to check, right? And we do have a Tranquility just holding here. So Talk to the Hand is going to be great. You can play a Fear No Evil here. We just want to hit you hard. I don't think we need the Empty Body as long as we're holding a Tranquility. Might as well play that if we're not going to exit stance. And Windmill Strike, we're just going to... We're going to wait for it to be a little bit better. AoE, please. I think Rebound is fine in that it does 18 damage itself. Now, rebounding a smite essentially doesn't do anything, but hold on. I'm starting to feel... Okay, that's not amazing. But I'm starting to feel a lot stronger. 38 plus 24, 62 damage doesn't quite get us there. So 32 times 3 is 96, so you're actually doing 48 damage. We obviously need to get out. And if 18 damage is as good as we can block, then so be it. This is still the right play. That could have been a lot worse. Preserved Insect, very interesting. I know as well what you're gonna say. Okay, I don't mind that. I know what you're gonna say. And what you're gonna say is what a bold strategy you're offering here. Giving up both of your potion slots. Well, okay, yes, sure. Is that happening? I would, yeah, absolutely agree with what you're saying there. That does appear to be the series of events that are taking place as we speak. However, have you considered that I'm afraid, and as a result, it seems prudent for me to do something like this? Bet not. Okay, you're doing 14 damage. We don't need to perfect that. Like, if you think to yourself that a study giving you 2 extra draw every turn is going to be worth more, then we're happy there. Keep in mind, I was just going to say, we can be made vulnerable, but all the other effects don't actually bother us that much. You definitely need to get talked to the hand. You need to speak with the hand. We might as well do this. Okay, so you're doing 27 damage. We're not getting out of that, but that's okay. We know we want to play a Simmering Fury, and then a Meditate, probably into, you know what, into another Simmering Fury, because we have a Tranquility that can make up the difference here. This is, your hand is full, but this is pretty big. So, start with a Smite, then Insight. 22 damage, we sleep, and it'll continue to get better longer term. Fear no evil, because we can. Donk, donk, donk. I really like having a Tranquility just chilling, okay? So I think, although we could get the extra energy by playing the Tranquility... Do we have a Vigilance coming up? Well, if we're definitely going to draw a Vigilance, then I don't mind a Tranquility Simmering Fury just for, like, extra draw. But we are losing the Tranquility off of that, which can be annoying. Start here, I suppose. We know we're playing Smites. That's the whole reason we got this going right here. So we have to get out with a Vigilance now. You're doing 21 damage. It's actually, like, not that spectacular. We take 4. Keep in mind, we're going to lose our Talk to the Hand bonus soon here. How's Windmill Strike doing? 38? I think we could stall for 1 more turn, knowing... Actually, maybe even 2 more turns. We're going to be drawing into multiple Calm Enablers, so I think you just chill. Well, now I'm like, you know what? We might as well... Yeah, we might as well play it, and then get you to take the next turn to remove your debuffs. Which gives us another turn to just, you know, pog up here. Just not much, honestly, but... and we'll probably meditate out of this, yeah. That seems fine to me. Alright, 28 times 2. Not amazing, pretty spooky for sure. 28 times 2. Well, we want to live, controversially. Can we get to 56? We're at 39, add 15 on top of that. Takes us to 44. Seems like we'll probably be using a Fairy in a Jar here. If we're using a Fairy in a Jar, there's really no reason for us to play blocks. Now you're doing 23. That's why we got 2 of them. I think. Is that why we have... I thought that was why we had 2 of them. now. You know what you can do a Vigilance Empty Body to get more energy. But then wouldn't you rather, I don't know, would you rather 38? That's the name of the game, right? Would you rather? Save the smite, just land a basic hit. It's a puzzle. And one I wouldn't say I'm thrilled to be a part of. Judgment is not what you're looking for. If you're gonna hit me, again, let's not play any defense. And that's exactly how this is going down. You might as well put me in calm. You might as well meditate like an eruption back in the hand. And then just do me a favor and never hit me ever again. Okay, so you're gonna hit me for 56. That's pretty bad. Windmill Strike is doing 54 damage. I think it's fair to say that's not what we needed here. Please, I need to exit my stance. Yeah, we're dead. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. All right, run it back. That's just, I mean, we ran into a tough boss, and we didn't really get any stronger on the second floor by way of my own cowardice, I think. So, 99 gold for a rare colorless card appeals to me a lot. If only these cost 0 this turn, you know? Like, I don't think I've ever had a deck where violence popped for me. It doesn't mean it's bad. I didn't even mean... I meant to look at sadistic nature. Come on, man. I'm fighting for my life. But to be honest, that is probably what I was gonna take anyway. And the... Help. We're gonna get you. The main reason behind it was like, I still want a foreign influence for sure. By the way, I am not trying to, I mean, there's multiple ways that this could go down, right? Is it that foreign influence sucked for us on that last run? Or is it that foreign influence has been like historically amazing for us on all the runs preceding it, you know? I don't have a great answer for you. But I do feel like, you know, a quick strike is not what you're looking for. I still like an empty fist. I'm telling you, the stance changes are gonna pop here. It's just gonna take a second. How are we gonna debuff enemies? It's so simple. I'm glad you asked, because now it gives me an opportunity to think about it. By the way, that's kind of more what we're looking for right there. Well, I think the easy answer is that we're looking for Crush Joints, Sash Whip. Spirit Shield is really good too. That's not part of the initial run here, but hold on. 24, 33 damage. Put you on 35. Unfortunately, 35 is not enough to roll you, so we'll end up taking 13 to the top of the dome. 59, 41 is not enough to roll you. So we'll take 8 to the top of the dome. Very upsetting. Well. Sunder for 0. It's going to take you down to 20. It's honestly not as low as I'd like to see you here, but we can still get Sunders to pop. I was just, as long as you draw them, you can still get Sunders to pop. We'll just chill on this one. It's a pretty good get. I mean, the ability to play a Sunder for 0 one time, very strong. In theory, if we're going to roll this deck, this is kind of what we're looking for. I think we got to take the opportunity to be a little bit aggressive. Let's upgrade this Eruption. If we die... Well, you know what? We're playing Hafu strats right now. I don't see that being the play. Hafu strats equals, you know, being a little bit more aggressive and acknowledging... Please be dead. I don't think this is going to kill you, man. 9 and 42. It's not going to kill you! Come on! Okay, that's the right play to not be killed, but now we gotta kill you this turn, otherwise you're gonna do 33 damage to me. Well, way to go, Hafu. Hope you're happy. Got our butt kicked on that one. I guess that's gonna do it for this one. Yeah, we honestly on a pretty bad run in Slay the Spire. I hope you enjoyed the run nonetheless. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Hey, look me in the eyes. They can't all be winners. I'll see you next time.